What does it mean to grow? What does it take? Is it just the passage of time? Or the workings of the mind? Is it fun? What does it cost? Is it worth it? Or would it leave me feeling confused and lost? Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on the time that you're listening to this. Got you this time. Yeah, my names are Sylvester Mumba, or Alexander, or Xander, or Alex, or Lex, or X, or a few others. Yeah. I'm very grateful that you've taken time to listen to this episode 2 of the Explore podcast. And I really do want to thank each and every person who took time to listen to the first one and to comment and to share your thoughts and your feedback and the thumbs up. That was really humbling. Okay, I thought like just 2 people would show up. Okay, like just 2 people, 2 likes, 2 views, and maybe a comment. But I got more than that, so I'm thankful. Okay, so in this one, I'll try to make it really snappy. I want to explore the idea of purpose, okay? How to find your purpose. Because a lot of people struggle with this particular idea. And I had a moment, I think growing up, where I just really couldn't place myself. Because to me, the whole thing of finding your purpose is really about finding your place in the world, your unique place in the world. Which is to mean where you fit best, where you can serve best, and where you can benefit the most, right? So it looks to me like this whole idea looks like somebody working in the place where they should work, doing the job that they should do, and being appreciated as they should be appreciated. So then they're valuable there. They're contributing to that particular space, and they're being appreciated for their effort and their results, right? But a lot of people don't have these ideals. A lot of people don't have the jobs that they want, or not in the places where they want to work, or in the most cases, they're not appreciated as they should be, right? So how do you find where you're supposed to be? Because one of the worst things that could happen to you is being placed in an environment other than where you're supposed to be. How you can understand this better is, you know how seeds grow, right? You get a seed, you put it in soil, and you sprinkle some water there, and some sunlight comes, and then right, yeah. But now imagine you get a seed, and then you place it in soil that's dry, and you don't water the soil or the seed. Does it grow? No. Okay, fine. Imagine you got a seed and you place it in water, and that particular seed needs soil to grow. Will it grow? No. So there's certain conditions that have to be met for any of us to really thrive. Okay. So if those conditions are not met, we will not grow as we should, and sometimes will not grow at all. So that's what being placed in the right environment looks like. It means being where you are in the right soil and watered as you should be, so as to help you grow. Okay. Um, Now, where do you go if you want to find out where you should be? I think the starting point is introspection. Questions around what can I do? What am I good at? Questions around what activities make me feel the most comfortable, the most myself, or the most fulfilled. Okay. But it can't be sleeping, because not that sleeping is bad, but if you're going to pick something that's passive as your contribution to life, then you will not be contributing as much as you're consuming. So, the idea of being placed in the right environment is so that you grow and that your growth should impact other people. So, that that might not necessarily happen if we're just sleeping. Right. So, one of the ways that I have found uh, to be helpful as a guide to figuring out where we belong, who we are, and what we can do is understanding which type of intelligence you have in abundance. And I know, like, this idea of which type of intelligence might strike some people as odd or even unheard of, but it's a very brilliant one actually. If you haven't heard of it, you should take time to study it, or at least just read up and just Google, multiple types of intelligence. Just find something. But basically, there's 9 types of intelligence. Okay, and I don't think I can say all of them off the bat, but there's logical, mathematical, there is linguistic and language, there is musical, there is naturalistic, there is which other one is there? Kinesthetic and bodily. So there's a whole, I messed out 4. I don't want to get stuck. I got 5 out of 9. That's yeah. Whew, good ones under. But yeah, so there's 9 types of intelligence, and these 9 types all place you in a particular space. So for example, if your predominant type of intelligence is kinesthetic or bodily intelligence, it means you are very good with using your body. It means your body and your mind work well together. You could be a dancer, you could be an athlete, you could be a craftsman, you could be, anyone that uses their body a lot. Not in a bad way. But yeah, so any of those activities that involve your body and fine motor skills, and these people who got steady hands and fluid bodies and whatever, right? So if you have that type of intelligence as your predominant intelligence, then whatever you're going to do that involves your body movement is going to feel like home for you. You're going to feel like you belong there. You're going to feel fulfilled, because that is what you have at the core. And like, that's, I think, what people should understand. This whole search for purpose thing, you don't just search for anything out there because people say it's what it's. No, you search inside to find where you will just grow naturally if you're placed there. So if somebody is very talented in sports, they have got kinesthetic or bodily type of intelligence. And they could have multiple, by the way. So then those people will they'll grow naturally if placed in an environment where they are required to use fine motor skills, to use their bodies, to be athletic and whatnot. Same as if your predominant intelligence is linguistic and languages, right? You will write, you will tell stories, you will talk, you will communicate better than most people. So you'll be a debater, you'll be a coach, you'll be a writer, you'll be a poet. All these things that have to do with that particular type of intelligence. So then if you are placed in an environment that requires you to do anything related to those things, you will naturally grow. I'm not saying that it'll be a walk in the park or it'll be like super easy, but it will feel like you are being yourself. It'll feel like you are exploring yourself. It'll feel like adventure. It will not feel so much like a chore. Unless you just hate to grow and you hate to learn, then yeah, it will feel like a chore. But basically, it's about understanding what type of seed you are so as to know what type of soil you need and what kind of conditions you need to grow. So, when you figure out your predominant type of intelligence, the next thing that you need to figure out is your personality traits. Some people are good with people, others are not. So, if you're good with people and you're in an environment that requires you to be with people, you'll definitely soar. You will have fun there. But if you're not good with people, yeah, it's not gonna be easy. It's the same as how people say that professions like teaching and nursing should be a calling. What they simply mean is you should have a liking for that thing. you know so it's not to say that every person who likes anything will find something to do within that space, but I think it's important to know the things that you do gravitate towards and the things that you can do well, so as to know where to go and where to not go. Okay, so you figured out your predominant type of intelligence. You figured out your personality types and all that stuff. What's next? Well, the next part is the hardest part, and this is exploration. This is where you take time to actually see what certain environments are like to you as a person, because some things work well on paper but not in reality. So you need to take time to explore. And this is where you see how certain things that you thought were a certain way about you turn out to not be that way. For example, you might think, oh yeah, oh no, I've got this type of intelligence. Yeah, I'm very good writer. I'm very good writer. I can write. Then you are placed in an environment where you're supposed to write or you're required to write, and you realize, no, I can't. I am not the type. I can write just 2 lines and then that's it, right? Or you figure out, oh, I can write, but I need a lot of training in order to get to wherever, right? So basically, you taking time to explore and to expose yourself to certain environments will help you figure out whether or not you have everything else it takes to grow in that area. There are people who wanted to do nursing because they liked the uniform, and then they got into it, and then they saw blood and they ran. So it's okay to not have figured it all out at the start. It's very fine. But what's not okay is to not put yourself in a space where you learn. Because at the end of the day, this whole purpose thing does not just happen. Okay? It doesn't just come to you from nowhere. It's a search. For every single person, it is a search. So you have to be ready for the search. You have to be open-minded. You have to take time to sit with yourself. Ask yourself the hard questions. What am I good at? Who do I want to grow into? What can I do? And all these introspective questions that will help you figure out where to start from, and then from there, you don't have to be scared of putting yourself out there. Learn things, try things, explore things, expose yourself to things. That's one of the best ways but just be careful. Don't just go into unsafe space is really nitty. Yeah, but basically, this whole search for purpose conversation is really, really based on your willingness to learn and to explore your own realities, because it's not an easy thing to do. Okay, if it were easy, everybody would have done it. So, anyways, that's as much as I have to share with you guys. I'm very, very grateful that you took time to listen again, and I hope I have helped you in a way or two. Because yeah, I felt like I was rambling for a minute there. But yeah, so next time I'll try and pick a topic that's uh a bit different. I'll probably talk about love, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, love or children. I have no idea. But I'm very happy that you're here and you're supportive. I'm very grateful to you. Please do comment what you think. If you liked something or if you didn't like something. Yeah, tell us. We would like to know. Just don't shoot us down in a way that will not get up again. Yeah, I don't even know why I'm saying us. But yeah, so thank you very much for listening. I hope to catch you next time. And yeah, that's all. It doesn't. There's nothing. That's the end. And cut.